Hello there. I had the presence of mind this week to turn off the camera as I was recording this so I don't have to see myself and I could just wallow in the joy that is not given two shits. It was interesting after last week's episode around the dating scene and me kind of realizing, you know what, I don't have energy or time for this. I was thinking a lot during the week about the fact that I actually don't have time for much in terms of additional human relationships. You know, when you as a parent are around other parents you might have sort of activities or different classes that you go to, and you'll notice like there are parents that just love to hobnob with other parents. And some of them know each other already, but then some, they meet there and then they kind of get to know each other as they go around. And it's so interesting when I'm kind of rolling through those kind of situations because, well, I love to talk to people and chat about the kids and, my capacity for small talk or even drumming up the kind of talk that gets you out of small talk and into something else, like my ability, my skill, my desire, I've almost become a bit brain dead. Like I've always been really bad at small talk. I met someone the other day at an event who was like, "Oh, I can speak to anybody." And I was like, "That is a superpower. That really is a superpower." Because you set me adrift in a room full of people I don't know, and you will meet one underwhelming human being. People often say to me, "Oh, but you're on TV and you do your podcast and you worked in radio." But I certainly fit into that, and I never know what the actual flip of it is. Is it introverted extrovert or extroverted introvert? Extroverted introvert, I think makes most sense. Where yes, when I am useful and I have a purpose, like sitting behind a microphone to host this podcast or being on telly and I've got a use there and I have to bring my A game and I have to do things like that for me is not about me standing in front of a bunch of people, showing off. It's about me doing a job. And so I feel like I have a sense of purpose in the room. When I'm just set adrift in a room and I just have to talk to people, I don't even know what to go do in the grab bag. Like I don't even have a top 5 great go-to questions that you can ask a stranger. And I don't know if that's a personality flaw or whether it's just fine because I don't get my energy from rooms full of people I don't know. I love to be around people that I know really well that I can just relax and be calm and comfortable around. I do love meeting new people, but I do find, and I think we all have this, there are some people that you connect with and it's like you kind of immediately go past the small talk, but you don't really know how you got there. You just kind of click with someone and they say something and then you say something and they take that there and you take that. And it's not hard. It just rolls. It's super easy. And next thing you know, you're like, oh, I'm drawn to you for some reason. And I will definitely meet people like that at like different activities and stuff with my kids. But for the most part, I don't. And for the most part, I kind of like to keep to myself. I really feel so comfortable just around my kid. I'm definitely not one of those parents who is hanging out with their kid and is like, "Oh my God, where are the adults in the room so I can talk?" Like, I really like talking to my kid. I like hanging out with my kid. I like mucking around with my kid. I like playing with my kid. If my kid's doing a sports class, at the moment, I'm still heavily involved in every goddamn activity. There's no sitting over on the sidelines scrolling through Instagram while my kid's like, okay, I can see mummy's there, but I don't really care because I got other things. Like she wants me in sports class hanging onto her hand and doing the other arm of the airplane as we're going from one side of the room as an airplane. I'm lifting her up to do the giraffe hand so that she can be the long neck of the giraffe and I can be the body of the giraffe. Like, there's no relaxation here. So I'm kind of in the thick of it, but I like that. I really do enjoy that. And I don't really have much capacity for anything on the periphery of that. I'm very comfortable standing next to a parent who's with their child. We could be touching, and I'm very comfortable saying nothing. And part of me thinks, am I that mum that people are like, oh God, well, who does she think she is? Like, where she never talks to anybody? Like, she's such a loner. I don't know. But I just am very comfortable just it being me and my kid. And if the crack opens a little and you realize, oh, actually, you're really easy to be around, I will lean right in. Like, I'm definitely open to kind of finding new friends, but it's got to be easy. It's really gotta be easy. And I am quite amazed looking around at other mums, particularly at daycare, where you can see they're quite interested in building the community around daycare. I guess it was a bit the same with the parents group. Like, and I gave that a nudge. I did think I gave that a nudge. Like, I didn't back away from that. I was like, "No, I'm gonna turn up." But it was not long before the WhatsApp went quiet and you realize there's another WhatsApp going on and you're not in it. Maybe I'm the issue here. Maybe I think I'm making a choice not to talk to people and everybody's like, "Let's steer clear of Corbett." At the same time as I'm realizing that I've lost my love for meeting new people, unless it's supremely easy, I have noticed another really nice change from the friendships that I do already have. And I think I've really gained this wonderful new appreciation for the people that were already in my life before Olivia came along. It's sort of interesting how having a kid shifts the dynamic of your relationships. I've always been one of those people who has a lot of different friends in a lot of different places. I have a couple of friends who are part of a big friend group, and that big friend group, like, they do everything together. Every weekend, they're out together to dinners in different permutations of the group, but it's always the same kind of mob of people. They all go on holidays together. I've never had that. I've never had that one central group where we do everything together. I've had one person over here that I still contact from law school, one person over here from school, one person over here from the radio station I worked at in 2002, one person over here from somebody I met through an ex-boyfriend, one person. So I've kind of always had a lot of different friends from different areas, to the point where I think I've only ever had one birthday party, and it was a surprise birthday party that, bless him, my delightful roommate at the time threw me. I think it might have been for my 30th. He did not realize that I am not a party person in terms of my birthday parties. I just am like, I hate a fuss. Don't sing me happy birthday. Take a look at my Instagram the other day. There's a photo on there of me hiding under the desk at work when my team started to sing me happy birthday at work. And that wasn't for the gram. That was genuinely my reaction. 'Cause I just hate the all eyes on me. I'm just like, "No, no, no, like, don't, just everybody go about your business, like, it's totally fine." I have no dramas getting older or anything, it's just the focus. And this lovely, lovely guy decided I'm gonna throw her a 30th birthday because he's the type of person that would really like a surprise birthday party. So, of course, you're gonna assume other people would love this. This is a really kind thing to do. And we knew each other because we lived with each other, but he didn't know all of my friends. So he went through my Facebook page and replied to every single person that said happy birthday on my Facebook page with a "We're having a surprise party." Now, anybody who's had a Facebook page at any point in their life understands that when that platform throws up, "It's Rachel's birthday today," you're getting messages from people that you haven't seen in 15 years. And I had some of these people turning up to this event. So I rolled up to this birthday party. To be fair, two of my very close mates both warned me ahead of time because two of them knew me inside and out and were like, "You have to be forewarned. The dinner that you're going to on Friday night is a surprise birthday party," because they knew I had to go in there with some sense of, like, knowledge of it. And I'm at this event with a whole bunch of disparate people who don't know each other from Adam, terrified that this person that turned up by themselves is not having a good time because they don't know anybody to talk to, wondering how this person's going over there, thinking it was just an utter nightmare. It was so bad. One of my dearest friends actually was at another party and turned up at 11 o'clock at night, just at the point where I was exiting and thought that I was finally going to get out. And she walked in the door and I literally didn't even say hello. I said to her, "Turn around. We're leaving. I will drive you home." I was like, "We can talk in the car." I'd barely drunk. I was like, "Get into my car. I will drive you home because I hate that you've made the effort to come all the way here and you're just gonna be turned away, so I will make sure you get home safe, and we will catch up in the car so you know that I care. But honestly, I cannot stay another minute of this party. I've given all that I have to give." So anyway, that was a really long-winded way of saying I'm basically not someone who draws a lot of strength from social interactions. However, the disparate kind of people that I do have in my life, this has actually been a really nice way to do something different from what we would usually do, which is I might catch up with them once a month, once every 3 months, however long it is. We'd pick up exactly where we left off, and it was great, but we'd kinda go out to dinner and you kinda catch up on life, but now I have to bring my kid with me. So it's a different kind of experience, and there's something so nice about spending time with people that you know and that know you, that now meet your daughter, and watching the way they are with your kid and how that strengthens the relationship that you have with them, and also kind of shows you who you want to spend more time with, because ultimately this is my life now. This is what I'm doing. I have a kid. She's my priority. I spend most of my time outside of work with her. To go out and do stuff, it's a bit of a pain. Like, I don't wanna be out drunk on a Saturday night because I gotta be up early on a Sunday morning looking after my kids. So, I'd rather go for, like, a 5 p.m. dinner, which before having a child was always my favorite time for a table booking, and kinda hang out with my kid there, and that's been a really nice thing to kind of evolve, because I think when you have no family and you are doing it on your own, and I've always had, like, good friendships, but everybody's kind of doing their own thing, and you do feel, I don't think I've ever felt isolated, that's probably the wrong way to say it, but you do feel like you're kinda rolling through things alone, and I've always kind of not minded that. I've never sort of thought, "I'm rolling through things alone." 'Cause I've always had, like, good friendships and stuff. I definitely don't feel lonely or anything like that. But I think this new shift, you start to realize, "Oh, wow, like, there really is a village around here." Again, like, they're not coming over to my house and giving me a break on a Saturday, but in terms of the people that are around Olivia, that she's being exposed to, that the relationships she's building through my friends, like, I love that she gets excited when I talk about who we're gonna catch up with, and it's a friend that I've built a friendship with that now she feels a real connection with, and I think that idea of sort of, you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. All of these people that are around Olivia, I feel really proud that they're a part of her life, and I love the qualities and the example that they're setting for her. And that's really cool because you actually realize I'm not alone at all. Like, I do have all these amazing people that are forming our sort of extended friendship family. And this time with those people is evolving in a way that I maybe never would have had. I think having a kid and then bringing a friendship into that, like, you have to really pare it back, you know? You're not always gonna go out to a fancy restaurant and hang out. You might go down and sit by the water for an hour or something and flop about, and I tell you, if there's one thing that I love doing with the people that I love now, it's flopping. I love to be somewhere around the people who allow me to look like shit, put in no effort, and are just like, let us just be in each other's company. Let's be in comfortable silence. Let's talk when we need to. Let's kind of just hang out. That's just like such a wonderful space to be in. And I think when you've got a kid around, you're often doing more of nothing than you've ever done in your entire life. And I'm really here for it, truly. There's something really nice about the slowing down of life. A lot of it feels quicker and like more frantic, but the fact that I can do less now, even though I still am doing more in many ways, it's a really nice feeling. So, yeah, it was a bit of a nice shift for me this week thinking about that. Going from I'm the loner mum who doesn't want to talk to anyone, to actually the relationships that I have in my life are really cool. And when I do meet those parents where I'm like, oh, I see something cool in you, I see real opportunity there. Like, that's really cool too. To think that my kid will meet people and I'll be crossing paths with people, and that will open me up to new people that I'll gravitate towards, and that'll be exciting. I'm desperate for her to not like any assholes though. That's the great fear, is that your kid becomes besties with the kid with the asshole parents, and you're like, "Really? Now I'm stuck at the bowls club on a Saturday afternoon with you running off your friend. Good for you. Have a great time out there on the equipment. I'm over here trying to down as many margaritas as I can, talking to Jan and Frank about God knows what, because I want what's best for you, and you've chosen this person to be your friend." Oh, that's terrifying. Anyway, positive thoughts, positive thoughts. Thank you to everyone who emailed me too about their dating situation as well. It's so nice to hear from you, to kind of, hear where you're at with this kind of stuff. Great to hear there are other women that are like, cannot be bothered. And I'd love to know if you also feel like a brain dead moron who's bringing nothing to a conversation when you meet new people, because that's certainly what I feel. I actually, some days, I can say this because I've had two parents who've had dementia. I actually do worry that it's early onset dementia, because my brain is so marshmallow. And maybe it's perimenopause. I got to remember I'm 45 here. You watch, I'll go through a decade worrying I've got early onset Alzheimer's like my mother got, and then I'll realise it's just my bloody period going away. Oh, God, it's the one thing, it's the other. Anyway, thanks so much for listening. I will see you next week. Send me an email. The link to where you can do that is in the description of the episode. And bye.